Here I am, guys, and we're back with another video, and I feel like I should apologize. It's been a little bit since I posted, and I should explain myself, but why not just rap instead? Back with a new video, so let's just say hooray. I was a very busy dude and I just have no time to play, but now the fights are just approaching, so I got the time of day. But I'm worried about Gaethje or gay cheese, cause cheese is gay. Yeah, baby, yeah. Hey, yeah, baby, yeah. Yeah, baby, yeah. Yeah, guys, man, like, something's wrong with Justin Gaethje, and it's starting to make me realize, like, maybe I should switch my pick, Guys, I do think Justin Gaethje should beat the dog shit out of Paddy Pimblett. Like, if you really think about it, guys, Paddy Pimblett, but he beat Tony Ferguson, can he? Come on, dude. He beat, who does that to Tony, Brother, I do that to Tony. Brother, book me, Tony. But Kenny, what about Michael Chandler at the ripe age of 40? That's a prime, dude. That's a prime when you hit 40. Like, I get things like that. Well, Kenny, Bobby Green, though, you can't skip over that. Bobby Green's like 39. Well, Bobby Green might be 40, but he's still young. He's youthful. He's youthful. And I know Gaethje's like 38, 39. but this is a different fighter from Bobby Green, in my opinion. It's a different fighter than Michael Chandler, definitely, in my opinion. Different fighter than Tony Ferguson. I do think he's just better, But I started to realize Justin Gaethje's body's breaking down. And, like, the coach, his coach, we're going to get into it. They're not doing a good job hiding it. Justin Gaethje's trying to, like, explain to people, I'm fine and stuff. But even the way his training footage looks and everything I keep seeing online looks, the more information that's coming out right before this fight, it's showing me that something's up with Justin Gaethje. And I feel like even though they're already letting off concerning signs from his camp, like, I feel like if they're doing such a bad job hiding it, it must be even more severe than what we already know now. If you see in this picture right here, it says fans are speculating that Justin Gaethje could be dealing with staph infection. It's just pretty much a picture looking Justin Gaethje look rough as hell. It's like, Justin Gaethje explains what it is, but to me it does look like maybe staph on his neck, and just, he looks grimy, he looks worn out, he looks 39. You look your age, and it's just something you don't want to see right before fight week. We're about like 2 weeks out now, chat. Like, we're like slowly approaching UFC fight week, and Justin Gaethje, the closer we get, the more I'm starting to notice is, like, he looks worse. He looks beat up. He looks bad, And this is what Justin Gaethje said in response to it, saying it wasn't staph. Justin Gaethje said, and I quote, I'm gonna make it bigger for you guys. Let me make sure you guys see this. He says, it's an ingrown hair on my neck, pretty much hanging on by the brisket of my mouth. I don't even know what the last word means. Bro said Nostradamus. Bro is just making up. See, like, it's bad when they start making up words. He's over here making, yeah, man, I got iridocyclitis. Bros, don't try to, yeah, man, but I got the He's like, bro, fuck off, man. Something's wrong with him. He's saying, like, yeah, but I got the manipulative situation of the angle of the demographic. And I get it. Like, sure, you can say it's not staph, but no matter what it is, it's not healthy. Like, it's not healthy, man. I really feel like something's up with his body. I feel like his body's breaking down. And I was seeing a little clips of, like, his coach saying things like they're not going 100% anymore in training because they just feel like his body isn't able to keep up with that. And I hear things like that. I'm like, why is a coach saying that so public? Like, why are you letting everyone know that, like, Justin Gaethje's body's not able to perform how he used to perform? Usually before fights, especially like title fights, you would hear a lot of things from the coaching staff saying things along the lines of, this was the best camp of our life, even if it's cap, just to, like, because coaches like to kind of sugarcoat things and that. But, like, Trevor Wittman's not coming out and saying things like that. He's coming up saying things like Justin Gaethje's body can't handle stuff. We're going about 70%. We're not sparring as hard. I'm hearing things like that, and I'm like, I just don't understand why a coach feels so comfortable for a title fight. Like, we know Gaethje's old. We know Paddy's supposed to win, and I still, dude, it's like, I don't know if I want to believe Gaethje's going to win, or, like, I just feel like if Gaethje shows up to, like, fight, he could actually beat Paddy. Or if Gaethje shows up like 80%, he could beat Paddy. Like, this guy had a war with Jared Gordon. And Jared Gordon, just because Jared Gordon's game, I do think Gaethje's still going to be game. I don't think his gameness is going to change, It just comes down to how healthy can he be, and, like, how's the health going to affect, like, things like his endurance and stuff. And I hear people talk about the grappling. We're going to get into that towards the end of the video, but I think Paddy's grappling is a little bit overrated. But I also want to point to something else the coach said that, like, kind of got me concerned. This is what I call 1 foot out the door, and I feel like it's a stupid thing to do. We're gonna play. I'll play it for you guys, but it's pretty much Trevor Wittman going on about this is pretty much gonna be Gaethje's last fight. You know, which is just, or like hinting at it could be his last fight. He doesn't necessarily say it's going to be his last fight, win or lose, but it could definitely be implied that his body's breaking down, so they're probably not going to help him, make him stick around after this fight. But listen to what his coach says.
I'm not afraid to speak it out loud. Like, this is our last run. Like, Justin's not, if we don't win this fight, we're not going on. Like, we're not going to go out there and be a gatekeeper and look at money fights and shit like that. It's, he's a goal setter. And his mentality, just like he finished up, I don't know if you watched that video, might as well go watch it if you haven't. We're in his house and the family's having a dinner, and I have that true talk, and I'm talking to his family. I'm not talking to him. And it's the way he ends it. He's like, "It's not over, coach." So that's the key to Justin. Justin is very unique. He would fight over and over and over, but he knows he's got to be there for the family. He's got to be smart and take care of his health. And but we win this belt. My shoot to the moon type of goal would be, let's go out there and repeat defenses. Obviously, this is an interim title fight, so we're not the champ yet. So we'd have to go win that.
Okay, he's pretty much going on about like, yeah, we had this conversation. If you lose, he makes it seem like if they lose, it's over. But then he also says things like Gaethje doesn't need to be around for like money fights or like just entertaining fights because he has a family, which I understand, and it makes perfect sense of like why he shouldn't be fighting after this. And the way his body's breaking down, I feel like it just doesn't make sense for a fighter to continue. But just the coach saying things like this be like before a championship fight, I feel like it's always like a red flag, especially people who are like picking Gaethje like me. It's like, dude. Like, this is actually what's having me confused about the fight in general, because I do believe stylistically Justin Gaethje should beat Paddy Pimblett. I think Justin Gaethje is a more complete fighter than Paddy Pimblett. Whoa, Kenny, what do you mean complete? They're going to be like, Kenny, what do you mean complete? The grappling. This is pretty much what he talks, like his coach does talk about the grappling. Before I even play this clip, can I tell you guys something? Paddy Pimblett's grappling is very overrated. Like, I think people look at Michael Chandler fatiguing after like 2 minutes of wrestling, and then ragdolling, like getting ragdolled by Paddy. Chat, like you could ragdoll anyone who has zero, like no gas thing. Like that Paddy grappling's not that impressive. And like Justin Gaethje, unironically, I know he has a wrestling background, and his offensive wrestling ability is almost like non-existent. It's like his body refuses to actually wrestle. Neither here or there. I just feel like defensive wrestling, Gaethje's pretty good. He's been in there with Khabib, and I actually think, like looking back at that fight, like he did a good job making it hard for Khabib to score takedowns. And of course, Khabib is we can't compare Paddy to Khabib because that's a little bit stupid. You can't compare the grappling. So Gaethje's been in there with some good grappling. He's actually not easy to take down. He has heavy low kicks that would stop someone from even wanting to shoot on him. I feel like stylistically, Gaethje should actually be Paddy Pimblett. It's just things like this about like his health are the only things really concerning for me that's making the fight close. Because if it was a healthy Justin Gaethje, this is not a fight. It's a beatdown. This is beats on him, Dr. Dre, hands on him, lots of bass. Like, one of those beatdowns, like you after you watch it, like you're sitting in your room like this, you just scratch your head like that, but you doing this shit, and you're like, yeah, I know, man. Like, dude, but how good is fucking you just start to compare and contrast random fights that have nothing to do with anything just because you're like so amazed with the fight. Gaethje should beat the hell out of him, in my opinion, if he's healthy. That being said, this is what Trevor Wittman had to say about the grappling, which is, I think, is a little bit stupid in a way, but I do understand where he's coming from. I'm just going to play the video here.
Whatever Paddy's saying is like whatever he's dreaming and thinking, all power to him. Mm-hmm. We're ready for everything, and we did not go into this fight thinking it's going to be just a striking fight at all. Like, Justin has spent so much time. That's probably the proudest thing I am with Justin, is the amount of time that he's put into his grappling, because his wrestling is so high level. But it's more of the offensive. And
wait, don't lie. Did nigga just say more of the offensive? Did he just say high level then say more of the offensive? Justin Gaethje is incapable of taking people down. And people are always gonna be like, yeah, but getting the fizzy of takedown. Dude, Gaethje, like when he shoots takedowns, it's like something about his body. I feel like there's some bone in his body that doesn't bend. I can't explain it, but he like rejects it. And it's like I don't know how to explain it. Justin Gaethje's like, I didn't want to call him unathletic because he could do backflips and stuff, but like, dude, like something about his bones don't bend the right way, Like he doesn't bend right. He just fucking he'll cradle into a position, then he'll spring. He has like springs in his bones. So like if he's ever going for a takedown anyway, like he's gonna spring out of it. He's so weird. So his coach is glazing the offensive wrestling, but she ballet.
So high level, but it's more of the offensive and positional type of fighting. For so long, I remember when we got stopped by Oliveira, and I had to have a conversation with everybody on the team, like, hey, Justin is a high level guy, one of the best scramblers out there. We have some of the best slams out there, the Rampage Jackson type of slams. Mm-hmm. We're offensive. Justin's style is offensive. And to be a champion, you push people back. You have to put people on their heels. I look at this as when we had the Oliveira fight, we were defensive. We were like, don't get in this position. How do you get out of this position? You can't win fights like that. And you have to win offensively. And Justin's one of those guys that when you grapple with him, his ground and pound is so unique. So unique. He hits people with punches at different angles on the ground that are so effective. And it's top game. Like, how do you know your top game? And how do you...
I'm not going to lie. Some of the things he's saying is actually concerning me because, like, I understand his mindset of, like, being too defensive might make you, like, not comfortable in yourself and you start to, like, throw less or whatever. But his whole, like, thing about being offensive with the grappling with Paddy, I think it's dumb. Because that goes to my, like, I don't think Paddy could take down Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is a brilliant scrambler, like Trevor Wittman said here. But don't pull a Bobby Green, Like, Bobby Green shooting that takedown on Paddy, like, was goofy, man. It got him submitted. Justin Gaethje shooting a takedown, being offensive is a little bit dumb, Trevor. So I hope you're not fucking tapping your fight in the ass like, yeah, man, go be an offensive grappler out there. Because if you are, mama, it's not going to be a good one, brother. It's going to be very problematic. Concerning from a coach, like from a coaching standpoint, he should not be giving advice like this. He shouldn't be saying this on interviews. I would understand him saying things along the lines of, don't underestimate Justin Gaethje's grappling. Like he is kind of saying in this, but like trying to, the whole like, well, we're going to go offensive then. Brother, what are you even on about? Don't make him go offensive, dude. That's just that's literally the worst case scenario. Making him go offensive is just like feeding him to the sharks. And it's not like Paddy's a great BJJ practitioner. We just saw this guy get submitted by one of these fucking people at his gym. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about that, are we though? But it's just that like you're giving Paddy unnecessary chances. I don't think Paddy's a good striker. I don't think he's a better striker than Justin Gaethje. I don't even think he's a better overall grappler. Well, maybe there's some argument there, but I don't think he's good enough to like go in there and impose wrestling on Justin Gaethje. But if he's gonna go in there and offensively wrestle against Paddy Pimblett, that's where the problem a little bit starts. And then the problem start to commence, and commence start the problem, and then collision. This is what I don't want to see.
You know that, like Paddy, I think is very good when it comes to dragging people to the floor. I don't think Paddy's a great wrestler. I don't think he's going to go out there and take Justin down. Obviously, you can slip on the mats. He can time something really good where the hips are up, but I don't see Paddy taking him down.
He's right. That last segment was very right. Like, he's not a great wrestler. I don't like the whole wrestling. Just throw the whole wrestling narrative of Paddy away. Paddy's not a great wrestler. I think what makes his grappling good is like his actual grappling guard, and like when he has someone down, his ability to like go for things maybe. But more even, I feel like I see his defensive grappling more than anything. Like most of his submissions from what I've seen even before the UFC was he was on his back after getting taken down, which is why I really think Justin Gaethje should not go for takedowns against Paddy. He should just keep it standing and butcher this guy's front leg and uppercut his chin to the sky when he has his chin in the air like that. Offensively grappling Paddy is just the way not to go. So way to go, Trevor Wittman, for giving some bad advice for a great coach. My hot take might be Trevor Wittman just has great talent and like his coaching's a little bit A to me. I ain't gonna lie. Usman, like if you look at Usman and Gaethje, they're not even the most technical wizards. They're just hard workers, and I feel like Trevor Wittman gets a little bit too much credit for them guys. Neither here or there. This is horrible advice, and the only thing about this fight that I'm concerned about for Gaethje is his body breaking down. Because I'm telling you guys right now, from a stylistic standpoint, I look at someone like Paddy Pimblett, and I just don't see someone like that being able to beat a prime Justin Gaethje or Justin Gaethje who's healthy. Like the Gaethje who beat Fiziev would beat Paddy. Fiziev, who lost to Gaethje, would beat Paddy. Paddy's not very good. There's still a misconception Paddy's good from beating these old guys. And I know Gaethje's an old guy, but Gaethje's like one of those old guys that like, you guys ever met like an old guy who's like always outside jogging? He's an active old guy, like old guy who means business. He's not like a Michael Chandler old guy who sits out for years and then comes back like, oh, Conor McGregor. He's not one of those. He's not a Tony Ferguson old guy on like an 8-fight skid. He's not a Bobby Green old guy who plays coin toss to see whether he's going to win or lose a fight. This is his actual first step up in competition. And yeah, he's supposed to win, but A wise man once said, I guess this shit is overdue. Lesson learned from both of you. Gaethje does the most damage when he's close to you. But let me know what you guys think about Gaethje's situation. I really do think something's wrong with this guy, though. I think something's up with him. I think like his body's shutting down on him and he's starting to like close down. But even with all that being said, I still think he could beat Paddy. Let me know what you think down below. That's it for me. God bless. 2, 3, 4.